Okay, now look, we're actually engaged in a kind of fruitless exercise here. Because look, there is no climate change. Okay? There isn't any. I mean, not man-made. There's no CO2 greenhouse gas. The temperature hasn't gone up in 18, 20 years. Again, folks, note that the predictions for this are all 50 years from now, 30 years, 75, 100 years. They're not predicting next month, next week, next year. Because they know nothing's going to happen that they can claim responsibility for. They've got to lay these predictions way off when you're no longer here. They want your tax money now. They want you to agree to big government, global government now. And they're using fear. But they never predict climate change and its massive impact next week, next year. Another problem today, the ice at the Antarctic mysteriously increasing. That doesn't fit the computer models. They're all bamboo. But anyway, the point is, Gates says that capitalism can't save us from climate change. There isn't any climate change. So what is this? It's almost a non-starter. It's an interview he gave in The Atlantic. It's a very long piece. And in it, he says the private sector is in general inept. It can't save us. Capitalism can't save us from something that isn't happening. May be true. But if you continue to promulgate the hoax, then, of course, you're going to make people believe, well, capitalism can't save it. No, because in these people's view, capitalism caused it. Capitalism is at the root of all evil, including climate change. But where there is socialism, let's take a look. September 12, 2007, most recent data. I know it's 8 years ago, but there hadn't been a whole lot of change here. This is the world's most polluted places. The top two are in China. The next two are India, then Peru. The next two, Russia, then Ukraine, Azerbaijan, and Zambia. There isn't a capitalist economy in any of these places. Bill Gates says capitalism can't save us from climate change. Well, we have a bunch of socialist and communist governments, and they're the most polluted places on earth. They are the filthiest. They have more CO2 emissions. All that. These places, according to Gates, ought to be leading the way. But it's preposterous. The whole thing is preposterous anyway, because we have a non-event that we're now going to debate what's better to fix it. Socialism or capitalism. So you see, the real game here is to once again diminish and attack capitalism and get everybody, or as many people as you can, aligned against that. And use up here this non-existent hoax of climate change. Since there isn't any climate, how can capitalism ever claim to fix it when it doesn't exist in the first place, you see? So it's kind of a setup to begin with. But aside from all the things that Bill Gates is quoted as saying in this piece still boggle my mind. I don't care. We have such a good roster of calls on hold. I can't wait to get to them. That'll happen in the next hour. What is it about? And I know I gave you the answer, but it's still, here's a guy, perhaps capitalism's biggest winner. Bill Gates running around flipping it off, flipping at the bird by talking about how it is in general inept. At any rate, my friends, I will shelve my disgust, and we will resume following a break here at the top of the hour, once again in our usual good mood. Hang in there.